Hi YouTube Nation, and welcome to Rapid Outdoors 360's second giveaway instructional video of Season 5. Now, bow season is in full swing here in the state of Wisconsin, and gun deer season is about a month away. So in keeping with that theme, this giveaway will consist of a deer calling package. Now, some of you might have seen a little sneak preview of this in my winner's announcement on the first giveaway package. But anyways, again, I'm not advertising or receiving any compensation for these products that I'm offering in this package. These are actual products that I've used in the field and generated some success. So I'm just trying to get these out to my viewers and subscribers and people who enjoy the channel to give them the same chance of success that I've had in the past. Now, if you're more inclined to be watching our fishing videos and you really don't hunt whitetail, well, get involved in this giveaway anyways. You may have a friend or a family member who hunts. This would make a great gift package for them. So don't be afraid to get in if you're not a hunter. If you know somebody, hey, you know, if you win it, you can always give it away as a gift. And better yet, let them know about the channel. Send them a copy of this video and they can get involved that way also. Or again, you get involved, you can always win it and give it to them as a gift. Now, before we get involved in all the details of this giveaway and how to get involved in the drawing, I'm going to show you a series of video clips that show the successful whitetail action resulting from the use of some of these calls out in the field. First up is a clip showing me using the can, the doe bleat call, to call in this buck. Let's do the doe bleat, see what happens. Again, that stutter in there is telling the bucks the doe is making the sound that she's ready to breed. Okay. Next, I used just the grunt call alone, and check out these results. Now, I read about this once. When you use your buck grunt, you want to sound beatable in the deer woods. If you give out that low, rough, loud grunt, you're going to have the less dominant bucks in the area go, oh my God, it's the big guy, let's get out of here. They don't want to pick a fight with the big guy. So what you want to do is you want to appeal not only to the big guy, but to also those less dominant bucks. So you want to sound beatable in the woods. So let's see if we can sound beatable this morning. Did that sound beatable to you? I think that was beatable. Yeah, that's a guy that was in here this morning at 17 yards that I passed on. He's chasing them does. By that little snot.
If you notice, that 6-point buck, he's looking backwards. He's looking for the big 8 whose rack we just saw behind the does a little while ago.
Now I just used the rattling rack for what you're about to see. All right, let's see if we can rattle him in. If that's a buck, let's try rattling. I see him moving out there. Let's see if that don't bring him in. Just picked him up out there. Here he is.
I will always wonder if he was the snort I had heard earlier, and that he took a wide circle move around my position so he could approach into the wind, trying to get a scent warning.
Small buck. We rattled him in. And finally, on this clip, I put together a series of calls to create an illusion of 2 bucks in the area trying to call in a dominant buck. We're going to start out with a couple of grunt calls, followed by a snort wheeze call. That's what I like to refer to as a discovery process. 2 bucks kind of discovering each other. Then it takes a while for them to work in. And then the rattling. They go at it. So we're going to wait a couple of minutes yet, and then we're going to do a rattle sequence. So the whole process is, there's a buck out there, he grunts because he thinks something, sees something, smells something, puts out a light grunt. You got another buck in the other direction that kind of heard it, does a snort wheeze with the hoof stomp, trying to get that sound to move and identify itself. Is it a threat? What is it? Then a couple of minutes for those deer to kind of circle and discover each other. And then the battle begins as they fight it out for dominant territory. So a couple of minutes, we're going to go to a rattle sequence. That's the theory behind this call sequence. Must have been a doe. Nice buck. Wow, let's take another good look at this buck in slow motion. I'm so excited I'm just shaking, and the slow motion makes it even worse looking. And last but not least, here's a video clip using just the rattling rack, and surprisingly, that call can also bring in an estrus doe looking for a dominant buck. Check this out. Yeah, she was looking for those bucks, and when she didn't see anything, things didn't seem right to her, she turned around and hightailed it. Now let's get into the giveaway package itself. I'm going to show you what's in the package for the giveaway, and then we're going to follow up with the instructions on how to get you qualified to get into this drawing. So first up on the giveaway is a combination package called the black rack, the rattling rack, and I guess you'd call it a grunt tube style call. Now what's unique about this grunt tube style call is you can adjust this call very easily with just the flip of a switch here, and you can use this for bucks, for does, and even calls for fawn to try to bring other does into the area. So just an easy switch to flip between that, and you've got yourself a grunt tube style call that you can use for bucks, does, and even fawn. And again, the black rack rattling system. Now the reason I prefer this rattling system, having the separate racks, now some people have like a rattling bag, I think they call it, and there's actually plastic, or actually maybe deer antler, someone may have made homemade ones, and you kind of, let me just put this down for a second, you kind of rub it back and forth, and the bones, the plastic, make that rattling sound. There's also another one that's kind of a dial one, where there's little bumps on it, and as you dial it, it makes that rattling sound. Now the reason I go with this instead of one of those is those sounds tend to be a more consistent style, not able to change sound quality, volume, the style. In other words, two bucks really going at it, pounding the racks, or a more subtle approach where they're just bouncing. So with this, I can I can control this to make the sounds a little more natural, at least in my opinion. The other thing I like to do when coming in a lot of times is I'll take one rack and I will work a scrape on a tree as I'm walking out to my ground blind to hunt. And like I said, I really enjoy the fact that I can control tempo, volume, rhythm. You can't get that sliding motion too. If you ever have seen bucks fighting, when the racks slide apart, you can't get that recreative sound with those other style calls where here it's actual rack and it slides off and you get that sound. So that's why I like this. I use this. You saw in the videos the results I've had from using this call and this rattling rack. So the second part, and you saw it, it's called the can. And again, it's an estrus doe bleat. And it's simple to use. You saw it in use. You turn it over and it makes the sound. Now the one tip that I'll give you there is when you do turn it over, if you saw the video previously, I do a shake for a stutter bleat. And from what I've read and put into practice and actually had the result, that stutter bleat is actually telling the buck that this doe is in estrus and ready to breed. You can just turn it and make it a regular doe bleat, but I found out that that stutter bleat that I use is a little more effective. One other tip, when you use the extinguisher call, if you saw in the video I talked about making beatable sounds so that you don't scare away subordinate bucks. You want to draw in subordinate bucks, plus you still want to draw Mr. Big in. So what I do on this is I don't set it all the way to buck and I don't set it all the way to doe. I kind of find a little sweet spot in between, probably a little closer to the doe setting, and I get out a little more subordinate, subtle grunt is what I think I'm providing. And that will bring Mr. Big in and also bring in other subordinate bucks and not chase them away by a loud grunt call. So a couple of tips on some of the calls. So that's what's in the package. So, and let's get to how do you get qualified to get in on this package. Okay, to get qualified, number one, you have to be a subscriber to Rapid Outdoors 360. Number two, you need to leave a comment on this video. And number three, along with your comment, tag a friend so that he gets a chance to look at this video and has a chance to get in on the drawing also. So 3 criteria this time. You must be a subscriber, you must leave a comment on this video, and this time also tag at least one friend on that same comment. That will put you in the drawing. It's simple. 3 simple steps. Again, be subscribed to Rapid Outdoors 360, leave a comment on this video, and make sure that you tag at least one friend in your comment so he has access to watch this video and maybe he gets a chance to win also. Okay, pretty simple to get in. Just 3 things that you need to do. Now, the deadline for this drawing will be Friday, October 27th, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. Again, the deadline to get into this drawing is Friday, October 27th, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. Any comments, any subscriptions, whatever after that will not be allowed into the drawing. So do yourself a favor, make sure you get it in early. And again, get it in before Friday, October 27th, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. So join in, get in on the fun, get friends in on the fun. And make sure you get subscribed so you don't miss any possible future giveaways from Rapid Outdoors 360. There'll be some more coming up this season. Make sure you leave a comment and tag a friend on this video. So, best of luck to all of you.